grab your popcorn, grab your decapitated head, get your butter, get your bag of blood. This is the 2022 edition of the 31 Days of Dread, where Peter A. DeLuca, aka Pad, your boy here, the film buff, does one horror movie a day, and that's me talking. I'm your host. I'm not a vampire. I'm almost a zombie because I've just been doing nothing but watching these movies so I can discuss them all with you. But here it is, the 31 Days of Dread. Everyone, I am so excited to bring you these movies. We're doing modern day horror for the first time ever. We're barely even going to hit 2021. We're going to focus on 2022. So roll over in that coffin and let's go. AKA Patters, we have a remake. We have a update of a foreign movie, and I really had no idea while I was watching this movie, all after the fact, after I completely loved Goodnight Mommy starring the fantastic, and I say fantastic because I'm watching her also on this Netflix series called like Watcher or Strangers or something. It's people move into a house and some guys like stalking them. But Naomi Watts, our girl from King Kong, she's good. I mean, you cannot pick out a bad performance by Naomi Watts. It's beyond me that she really hasn't broken through the stratosphere and gave us a couple iconic roles. Now, I know she's been in movies, don't get me wrong, but Naomi Watts hasn't had that role yet, and it's heartbreaking because this freaking movie, it's hard to classify. Psychological thriller, child endangerment thriller. Look at Macaulay Culkin, The Good Son. But we have her paired with twins, and they're real twins. Cameron Corvette and Nicholas Corvette. These two kids deserve accolades. They deserve some gold. They deserve some nominations. The way how they carry this movie, you're nothing but tense. And what's the plot? What's the plot of this movie? I'll tell you. That's why we're all here. AKA Patters. It's the film buff, Peter A. DeLuca, and welcome to the 31 Days of Dread, where we do multiple horror movies a day for the end of October because we fell behind on the giant rebranding effort that is still ongoing. But we're rocking and rolling. So imagine you and your parents. There's some distance between even you and your father, you and your mother. They themselves are divorced, and within this distance, your mother goes through an operation, and it's time to spend some time with mom and maybe help her recover. And that's where this movie begins. And slowly along the way, this one child is convinced it's not his mother. He has evidence. He spies. He hides himself. He sees things. He hears things. Slowly, we start to peel back these layers, and I mentioned in the last episode, this has like a triple gotcha ending, just like Torn Hearts. The Torn Hearts is more like a frenetic, like boom, 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 gotcha ending. This one, you see some of it coming, but you don't see the final turn coming. And it doesn't leave you head scratching, but it definitely leaves you wanting to watch more, which is why we love psychological thrillers, which is why we love movies like this. We love movies that are tense, and we do want to re-experience it again because it is a little bit mesmerizing. It gets to you. It messes with you. There's a little bit of a dopamine or adrenaline rush as you're watching suspenseful movies. I can't recommend more of a suspenseful movie that's new, that's current, that has some real talent behind it, that's well shot, that is amazingly edited, and the editing stands out because we have a gimmick. We have twins. We have two boys. We have to edit this movie a certain way. This movie needs a level of vision just so we know the difference of the boys. We know the difference with how they're positioned within frame and how they go from scene to scene. This is important stuff. It's subconscious. It's part of the true art of filmmaking, and it's there. So big shout out to our director, Matt Sobel, who I just want to say, I think he's another one, mostly TV guy. Doesn't not a lot of credits. This is a huge credit for him. And yeah, this movie is available right now on Amazon Prime Video. Go check it out. I don't know. I mean, that's it. I gave you the plot. I gave you the recommendation. Gave you some notes on the technical aspects. You guys know with the 31 Days of Dread, sometimes we do quick drops. But it's time to talk Netflix. Next episode, 2022. Came out of nowhere. Came and went. People forgot about it. But I'm talking about the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is a sequel, because they do this. It's a sequel to the original. So none of the other ones apply. And Texas Chainsaw 2 doesn't apply. So we got ourselves a little party. We have ourselves an update. We have ourselves a big idea with the new Texas Chainsaw. So we're going to be discussing that. And potentially what could be my biggest surprise, movie I got more and more hyped for as I was watching it. But I'm talking Jamie Foxx. I'm talking Snoop Dogg. And I'm talking Day Shift. That's coming up very soon also. So just hang out with me. Stay tuned. We're still doing horror. We're going hardcore on horror. So let's do this. I recommend Goodnight Mommy. Let's rock and roll. The future of film is horror, and thanks for all of that, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. Getting back to my point there. The future is horror. The future of cinema is horror. So everyone here, and I've never, ever, in all these years, I've never made this request. But everyone that we highlight, every single filmmaker, male, female, ghoul, goblin, you know the drill. But check them out. Find them on a streaming platform. I usually highlight how I watch these movies on which platform, even if I rented it or bought it, so you guys know a little bit of the price range. It's important that we support all of these movies and all of these filmmakers because they are the future. The future is horror. Thanks for hanging out.